Well, welcome to Speaking of Horses. I'm your host, Wayne Williams, and we're ready to go right here with some of the great stories from the horse industry. So join us as we get ready to go Speaking of Horses right here on this station. Well, our guest today on the radio show is a songwriter. Now, Peter wants to thank his producers for helping and also remind you that the video of Cobra Project and the Mustang is available on YouTube to watch. And our guest today is a songwriter. Peter is here, Peter Prince. Now, we were recently at the Equus Film Festival at Breyerfest in actually Lexington, Kentucky. There was a group there. Peter wrote a song for this. Peter, first of all, welcome to the show, and tell us how you got involved in this project.
Well, thank you, Wayne. The way I got involved in this project is really through the parents of Marsha Hartford Sapp. I had known her family for several years, go up to Maine, go fishing with her dad, Dana, and I heard about Marsha through them, and I would hear about what a talented trainer she was, and that she had this horse named Cobra, who was a wild horse who had become a dressage champion. Now, when I heard the story, I would hear it, but I didn't fully listen to it because, as a songwriter, I should have put pen to paper right away. It was a real Cinderella story, rags to riches tale. And so it took some time, and in 2017, I saw I was shown by Marsha's dad, the Breyer model of Cobra in the box, and that just motivated me at that time. I read about it, and what I was thinking about, or percolating in my mind, so to speak, just came to me that I would do this, that I would write the song about this horse, a horse that nobody wanted, three-strike Mustang, who becomes a world and national and world dressage champion. And so that's really how it happened. Now, I had never met Marsha, and so when I finally decided to let her know about this, after I had it recorded down in Nashville, she didn't know me from Adam, so it was kind of a weird kind of a thing. So that's really how I found out, and things just unfolded from there. It was just one thing after another. I wrote the song. Marsha and her assistant, Ashley Mancuso, who is a filmmaker and videographer, loved it and were surprised by it, and decided to put it to a creative video for it. And that's how the film was created, and it eventually it went into submitted to the Equus Film Festival, and which was in New York City. And from that point, in New York, it just kind of took off. It won an award at the Equus Film Festival 2018, and just everything kind of, like I say, unfolded from there.
You know, it's amazing how things do unfold like that. You never know what windows or doors are going to open and what's going to happen when you go through. But, seeing the horse at Breyer hearing the song at Breyer and hearing it performed by Templeton Thompson, a recording artist who loves horses, out of the Nashville area. Everything is just so right about this project.
Yes, absolutely. The collaborative effort was, for me, one of the most rewarding projects I think I've ever been a part of. The fact that it eventually went to Templeton Thompson, and that she did this, sang this live at Breyerfest, was just it was the topper. The original CD is performed by, and it's actually performed in the film video by also a Nashville vocalist, really good one, named Ronnie Kimball. And I used Ronnie for many, many years doing demos in Nashville. But the fact that Templeton, who is, a known writer and performer and really kind of a star down in Nashville, was just really special for me. And just the whole experience of Cobra dancing to Cobra. Who would have ever thought?
Well, the interesting thing with Templeton involved there, Breyer, is that one of her trademarks is, because she has her own horses and because she has spent so much time going around to various horse expos, horse fairs, horse events, and doing a lot of horse songs over the years, she has focused on that particular part of the industry. So when it comes to being known among horse people and performing, she's pretty well known in that group of people. So it's really nice to have somebody that their background, lends itself to the horse song to get involved, and to have it done live in the arena with the horse performing at the same time. That's really special.
Absolutely. She's the perfect song for the perfect entertainer.
So, what are they up to next? Do you know where they're headed next with this? Or I know the Equus Film Festival actually will be back in Lexington this fall, actually right around the 1st of December, and it'll be the big one that has been held in Manhattan for quite a few years. It's actually going to be at the Horse Park this year in Kentucky.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. I don't know what right now. After one thing that happened also that was really, really special is that after we won one award at the Equus Film Festival, it was for Best Wild Horse Music Video. And again, I want to say give Ashley Mancuso kudos. She did an amazing job in the filming of the video, and it was just really a nice, like I say, a nice collaboration. But we entered the song. We entered the video. The video was entered in the Equus International Film Festival, which was in March, and I began to read that it was nominated for 4 awards, which kind of blew me. Nominated for 4 awards, which blew me away. I said, I was thinking to myself, wow, that's unbelievable, And next, when they had they actually had the festival. Ashley went out to Missoula, Montana, and she ended up going up to that stage to collect 3 awards. It actually won all 4 awards for which it was nominated.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. and her mom Karen, went with her, and she's also very talented in terms of as a photographer and videographer, and I was able to actually see or experience it almost live, really, through text and video, as she went up there on that stage and collected these awards, received these awards. It was absolutely incredible. I think one of the things that's happening, though, which is really good, is that the plight of the Mustang, the story of the wild Mustang, is taking hold. And, I mean, you have that, the film by Redford came out, The Mustang, which depicts, the role that they can play in our lives. I mean, here it is working with a prisoner, that's a movie. And these are the kind of things that I think are so important, because it shows the value of these horses. And, of course, Cobra is the most decorated and what have you, in terms of his abilities, is the perfect ambassador.
Well, you know what it shows, and you can relate this to people. Whatever your background, if you're raised so to speak, with a silver spoon in your mouth, or whether you're from the other side of the tracks, as they would say, it has nothing to do with your ability and your knowledge and your capability. And these Mustangs, just because they were raised in the wild, the only thing I've noticed with Mustangs is because they were raised in the wild, it takes a little longer to gain their trust. Once you have their trust, they have great intelligence. There's nothing wrong with these horses. They're great horses. So you're showing that this background is phenomenal, and that there's so much talent there we just don't look at.
Yes, but what I noticed, and I did get a chance to had quite an experience in terms of getting down to Florida and actually meeting both Marsha and Cobra for the first time.
Well, we want to thank Peter for joining us. Peter Prince, the songwriter for this project. Join us again on Speaking of Horses. Well, that's our show. I'm your host, Wayne Williams. Speaking of Horses, we'll be back next week with a brand new show. Or join us at speakingofhorses.com.